You know those arguments that come out of nowhere? The ones that seem so simple, but then suddenly everyone in the room has a super strong opinion? Well, we're not talking about politics or even pineapple on pizza. Not yet, anyway. Today, we're jumping into a debate that pretty much starts the first day you get school supplies, and honestly, it never really goes away. So let's just get right to it. What color is math? See, you have an answer. I bet it just popped into your head like instantly. No thinking required. And that's what's so wild about this. There's zero hesitation, right? It's just this gut feeling, this instinct that tells you what the answer is. And to you, that answer feels completely 100% correct. And I bet you're ready to argue about it too. You're not alone. A survey of over 100 students shows just how deep these feelings run. Let's see what they have to say. Okay, so let's ease into this. We'll start with the one subject where pretty much everyone is on the same page. If there's any common ground to be found here, it's definitely with the color of science. Yeah, a whopping 85% of students agreed on this one. I mean, that's a landslide victory for one color in particular, and that color is green. And the reasoning behind it makes a ton of sense, right? For most people, the connection is immediate. You think science, you think biology. You think biology, you think nature, trees, plants, life itself. And all of that is green. It's an association that's basically hardwired into us. But wait a second. Even with a massive majority, like 85%, it's not unanimous. There's always that small group with a different idea. Because in this debate, trust me, no answer ever goes unchallenged. And check out this logic, because it's completely different. For some people, it's not about nature at all. It's about alliteration. Biology starts with a B, so blue. Or maybe you're picturing a chemistry lab with all those bubbling blue liquids in beakers. It just goes to show there's more than one way to get to your right answer. All right, so science is pretty much settled. It's green. But that's where the agreement ends. When we move on to math and English, well, that's where the real battle begins. So let's look at the main events. In one corner, you've got math, and it's a total showdown between red and blue. And in the other corner, we have English, which is a face-off between blue and yellow. It's basically the two-party system of school subjects. And this quote just nails where these feelings come from. For a subject like math that people either love or hate, the color choice is pure emotion. This one student, Gerardo, says math is red simply because he hates it. You can just picture it, right? The color of stress, the angry red pen marks from a teacher. But then the blue math folks probably see something totally different, like the cool, logical, calm color of numbers. It's passion versus reason, right there. Okay, so if math and English are these clean, one-on-one duels, then history? History is a straight-up chaotic brawl. This is where all the rules go out the window. Welcome to the mess. I mean, just look at this. It's a 5-way split. You've got 5 different colors, and they all have a pretty much equal share of the vote. Each one is hovering around 15 to 20%. This isn't a debate anymore. It's just anarchy. And the reasons people give are all over the place. You've got one camp saying history is yellow because it has that old vintage vibe of ancient paper and old photos. But then a completely different group makes a case for red, arguing that history is all about war and conflict and death. I mean, it's the same exact subject, but the color associations could not be more different. And then, just to make things even crazier, you get a third type of logic, which is basically process of elimination. One student, Mezzi, says history is yellow just because, well, the other main colors were already taken. It has nothing to do with the subject itself, just where it fits in her personal folder system. Amazing. And look, this isn't just some weird thing happening at one high school. You just have to glance at the comments section online to see that this is a fierce, ongoing, and totally universal fight. So here's one from Christopher B., who lays it out plain and simple. English is red, math is green, social studies is yellow, and science is blue. And his reason? Because in elementary school, that was always the vibes. It just goes to show these ideas get locked in super early, and man, do they stick around. And then you get this response from Noah L. Christopher B. is stupid and should be shamed for it. Shame him. Wow. Okay. I mean, this comment just perfectly captures the absurdly high stakes people attach to this. There's no debate, no discussion. Christopher is just wrong, period, and he needs to be shamed. It's hilarious, but it's also the perfect example of how passionate and maybe a little aggressive this whole thing gets. So where does all this leave us? I think it's pretty clear by now that this is a debate that is literally unsolvable. And, maybe that's the entire point. Because here's the real kicker. People do not change their minds on this. Ever. As Mezzi put it, I have not changed my opinion on the colors once. These aren't just casual opinions. For people, they're like fundamental personal truth. Honestly, this whole thing belongs right up there in the Hall of Fame of great, unsolvable debates. You know the ones. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Do you sleep with socks on? Is a hot dog a sandwich? There is no right answer to any of these, and that's what makes them so great. And that really gets to the heart of it all. The reason these debates last forever is because anyone can join in. Everyone has an opinion, and the fun isn't about finding the correct answer. The fun is in the passionate, sometimes silly, and usually friendly act of just arguing about it. So there you have it. You've seen the data, you've heard the arguments. The only question left is, where do you stand? What color are your folders? Let us know. We promise we won't shame you. Well, not too much anyway.